What's up, guys, and welcome to the channel. Honestly, that was a very good game from both teams. That was a very good game, and for me, I don't think Chelsea were the better team. I didn't even think Man City were the better team as well. I think it was a very balanced game. In the first half, both teams dominated. The first half, Man City had some moments, Chelsea had some moments. Second half, it was the same thing. We had moments, Chelsea had moments. So it was a balanced game overall. But I would just like to start with Chelsea before going into Man City. And in my prediction, I actually said we were going to win the game 2 goals to 1, and I had confidence in our defense before this game we had like the best defense in the league. We considered the less goals, so we were very solid going into this game. But today Chelsea matched us. Like, they came out to play, and I knew Chelsea were not going to sit deep, because if you actually watch Chelsea this season, they create so many chances. I think it's only Brentford, like I said in my last video, that has had more expected goals than them. And whenever they come up against any team, they play well. Yes, when they come up against maybe teams in the like middle table teams, they struggle to maybe convert their chances. It's not even about struggling to play. They just struggle to convert their chances. But when they come up against the top six, like Arsenal, which they played this season, they were excellent. They dominated that game for like the whole 80th minute, and towards the end, Arsenal got back into the game. Against Liverpool, the first game of the season, they were good. Same team against Spurs as well. Yes, they struggled in the first few 15 minutes, but as the game progressed, they got into the game, and when the red card, they go into that red. But I'm just trying to say, Chelsea against big teams, they play very well. And I knew this game wasn't going to be an easy one for us. So shout out to them. They did well. They matched us. They didn't even respect us. They actually came. They actually were playing to win. The same way Man City were playing to win the game. Chelsea were actually playing to win the game. I don't. Both teams didn't want to draw. I don't. Both teams were not settling for a draw. Chelsea were playing to win. Man City were playing to win. And I'd just like to talk about Rhys James. Rhys James is a very good fullback, and like I always say, it only there are very few wingers that can go past Rhys James. And today, Doku, they had a very good game. Rhys James had him quiet. It happens, and that's why in my last video I wanted us to start Jack Grealish, because I feel in big games Jack Grealish should be starting, and this was a game whereby we needed control. This was a game where we needed control. We actually needed control in this game, and it didn't just work out for Doku. It happens. This is all about the learning process for him, and as he keeps playing more, he will get more experience, and in future games he will do better. But for today, it wasn't his best game as well. And Chelsea as well, Sterling, Gallagher, and Cole Palmer were just a problems for us. They really caused us problems, honestly. And it's just funny how our own players like Sterling and Cole Palmer were the ones causing problems for us. Sterling today was just unplayable as well. So Chelsea today, they played well. You can't see Chelsea were not bad. They played well. They matched us. But again, like I said, to me, there was no better team. I would say, did we deserve to win the game? No. Did Chelsea deserve to win the game? No. Like, to me, it was an equal. The game was sort of balanced by both teams, because both teams had moments. Both teams created chances. Chelsea created, Man City created as well. So shout out to Chelsea, and Chelsea fans out there should just be patient with their manager. Yes, they might not be at the top 4 at the moment. They might be, I don't know the position, I'm thinking maybe 10th or so. I really don't know where they are on the league table, but I know they're not in the top 4. But a few years down the line, I feel this Chelsea side will be a very good side. Honestly, it will be a good side, because the signs are there. The signs are there. Once all the pieces are putting together, they have their players they want back from injury. Pochettino knows the 11 players he can trust to go into big games. I feel a few years down the line, probably next season, Chelsea will be a very good side by next season. So they should just trust the process and believe in their manager. So once again, shout out to Chelsea. Now for Man City, we lacked control in this game. Honestly, we lacked control. There was just something wrong in our midfield and our defense. There was no control at the back. We had some individual errors, like Josko Vardiol. Yes, I'm not like mistakes. Mistakes is bound to happen. Honestly, you can make mistakes, and it's part of the learning process. This is his first season in the Premier League against Manchester United. He had a very good game, but then again, this game he made a mistake. So you need to make mistakes to get better. So I don't fault him as that. Is this basically also he's a very young guy. He's very, very young. Just go over there, he's a very young defender. He's still very young and he still has a lot to learn. So, but in this game, he made a mistake, fair enough, that got Reece James to square the ball for Sterling. And it's part of the process. So individual errors cost us, theirs as well. If there's one person maybe you won't expect to making mistakes, is theirs because of the experience he has. But hey, like I said, it's football. Like sometimes defenders might have one of their games whereby they'll just not be at that their very, very best. So Diaz today wasn't at his best. He made some individual errors. I think he lost the ball when Kyle Walker headed the ball to him and he missed the kick. Like he missed kicking the ball, and Chelsea had a chance. So it happens. It happens today. Even Kyle Walker today wasn't really at his best. Sterling was actually taking him on. Sterling was actually taking him on in some battles. Yes, he tried, but he wasn't really at his best. But our backline today wasn't at their best. And it was one thing that kept me very confident going into this game, our backline. Because before this game, we had a very good defense. We've considered the less goals. So our defense was not like our defense was bad. We had a very good defense. There was one thing I knew we're not going to keep a clean sheet because we've struggled to keep lots of clean sheet this season. Then again, I didn't even see us conceding 4 goals. 4 goals. So our backline struggled, and that was down to, like I said, individual mistakes and also the way Chelsea played us. Because Chelsea were pressing. Chelsea pressed very, very well. They were pressing us. That's the truth. So for us today, we were not really at our very, very best. If there's something we can all take from this game for Man City fans, if there's something we can take, is how important John Stones is for us, because that control in the midfield is very, very needed. And I feel he's needed also at the back line. He's needed also at the back line. For me, I don't know. For me, I like Akanji was, I think if there's any defender that was good today, probably Akanji. There's any defender that was good today. Of all the defenders at the back, Josko Vardiol, Diaz, and Walker, they were really not very good. Like they didn't have a very good game. But Akanji was one probably that stood out. There was any defender that stood out was Akanji. But tonight I'm trying to struggle between maybe when John Stones comes, that backline, because it seems John Stones and Diaz, they complement each other. And today his absence was felt. Honestly, that John Stones absence was really felt. Haaland, there's nothing much Haaland could do. He did his job. Haaland did his job. Foden, excellent. Foden was superb. Foden played very well. Alvarez was sort of struggling in the middle. Alvarez today sort of struggled. Yes, he gave an assist here. He was one that squared the ball, but then he wasn't really into the game. Alvarez was struggling in that position, in that camp position, because he plays behind Haaland. He was struggling today. So as for today, I just felt control. We didn't control the game, because when we scored, we let Chelsea back into the game. When we scored, we let Chelsea back into the game. And even when Rodri scored, I felt it was over. Like that was it. Like, okay, this is it. It will be very hard for them to come back into this game. We just need to control this game. Just keep it tight. But then again, we lacked control. And I felt individual errors, lacking control. And how Chelsea played us too cost us. Honestly, it cost us the game. That's it. So lack of control for me was the major issue for this game. Lack of control. We didn't really control this game that much. And I wish Jack Grealish started ahead of Doku. I wish Jack Grealish started, because I always felt whenever we're playing, because Jack Grealish had a very good game against Manchester United, and whenever we're playing sides that are very good at quick transition, because I even said it in my last video, Reece James and Sterling, they have this combination they do. They have this partnership. And it showed today. Reece James gave an assist to Sterling. So I wish we had Jack Grealish started, because Jack Grealish brings that control. Doku today tried to dribble. Sometimes he loses the ball. It wasn't really working well. But for Jack Grealish, we needed Jack Grealish today. I wish we started him ahead of Doku. But then again, there's nothing much you can ask for. Is a draw at Stamford Bridge away from home. It's difficult. It's difficult. It's not just a side that is not good. It's just a good side. You might look at where they are on the league table, but if you actually watch Chelsea, you know they play ball. They play very well. So I'm still proud of the performance. I'm still proud. I just hope going forward we won't make lots like individual mistakes won't happen again. Yeah, but we should just have a bit of control and try to avoid making mistakes like the way we did today, because individual mistakes and lack of control really cost us today. It really cost us today. But then again, shout out to Chelsea because they played well. They gave us a very good performance, and also shout out to the boys. They did their best because it's not always easy going away from home. But I think in the comment section, most people said Chelsea were going, like in my poll I did, people said, I think 45% said Chelsea were going to win. I gave a prediction that we were going to win 2-1. But I didn't see 4 goals happening. I didn't see us conceding 4 goals. That's the truth. But thank you very much, guys. Let me know what you think about this game in general. Like I said, to me, there wasn't really anything better than the other. It was sort of a very good, entertaining game. It was balanced. And please do not forget to like, guys. And also please do not forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you very much.